Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So it's the first day of Readathon, so I will be vlogging the entire time, but there won't be a video every day. It will be a video on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Y'all know my internet situation it's not great, and also I'm working, so I don't have all that time to edit and post every day, but it will be at least 3 days out of the week, but I'm vlogging every day. Now I want to incorporate some poetry, talk about the books I'm reading, some cooking, all that good stuff, and but I'm going to start off with a poem that from a book. Now this is it's called West Indian Poetry. It's an anthology for school. Now this was my mom's book. Now my mom taught briefly at Kingston College in Jamaica, and yeah guys, it even has a freaking stamp. But I took this from her. It is all beat up, but it's just my treasure. I will never let go of this book. It has poems from different parts of the Caribbean, and this one is written by M.G. Smith. This was a poetry. I'm not sorry, I don't know the gender, but it's a Jamaican poet, and it's written in 1921, and it's called These Golden Moments. So these golden moments all flow out of pain. When next you hear my songs, remember how only this singing like a sacrifice can keep me sane. And when you're singing my song, remember too how all the gold that flows from this mad heart would not be gold at all apart from you. But the song's silent, the singer dead, and the madness sitting at the sacrifice. So 1921 guys. So there's gonna be some more in here. I'm trying to see if I can find some Patois one. Me and Patois, you know, poetry reciting it's entertaining. You might like it. But this one, I do have some other Jamaican poet as well, but this one has, you know, all the islands. Now, what am I reading? I had to start off with a short story, Kingston Noir. Now this one is worth it, guys. It's one of those where I'm like, why I never read this before. There's so many books in this series, but this one is getting me because, you know, you got the Kai Miller on here, Marlon James, Patricia Powell, Leonie Ross, and those are the ones I know. There are some other ones on here I'm not familiar with, but what I like is the story gets you, and it's very raw. They all center around experiences in Kingston, and the story was interesting because there is one particular story that happens where a couple visit Kingston and things happen, and there was a death, and it talks about the experience of dealing with the dead in Jamaica. And you guys know I experienced my first real full-on funeral in 2019, and I vlogged all of that when my uncle passed away, and I talked about how the night and all that experience, and I'm fortunate where I hadn't had a lot of death in my family, so I never had to go through none of those celebrations, which thank God. But it's just interesting how the death is celebrated differently. Now the thing about this is, let me give you the whole. Now Patricia Powell, she has Tomcat Beretta. Yo, that was a good story. You know, a woman going down for a man and the sacrifice. Then Kai Miller, Embrood. Him have one that said white gal with the camera. And this is the first take on August Town. So you know August Town. If you don't know August Town, I need to know August Town. I've been talking about that book forever. It's been over 3 years, and I'm glad that it's getting some traction on Instagram, and book clubs are picking it up. Okay, yeah, nature. Woohoo! No. So anyway, what I liked about this particular short story so far is for his story, there's this idea of how you see your town, how your image of your town in your mind, and then when someone outside comes in and their take on your image of your town, and some of it you find fascinated and interested, but then there's also that idea that you don't want them to have that image of your town in a different light than you. It's very I thought that story was very interesting. It makes me think, and I like that Kai Miller does that to you, and how he explains stuff. Now this is pre-August Town, because this is anthology is from I believe it's 2013. Let's see, no, 2012. So this is way ahead of August Town, because August Town was published, I believe, in 2017. Yeah. So yeah, this is his take, so I think you should definitely pick this up and read that on there. Then there's some other ones on here. There is that I've read so far. We got Ian Thompson. That's the one that has a grave undertaken, so that's the one with the death. And then there's Patricia Powell. I talked about hers. Kai Miller. Who's the other one? That's Kwame Dawes. I don't, my lord, jeez. Then I got to Marlon James, and I'm like, Marlon James didn't get the memo. This should have been a whole book. His story should have been an entire book. That's how good it is, that I'm like, no, go back to the drawing board and just give it a whole book. This one is called Immaculate. Yeah, if you don't know, Immaculate. The title is suggestive, but it's also is immaculate as far as the character, one of the character in this went to Immaculate High. So you know, that story is kind of, it's gritty, but it's like it draws you in, and as you read in it, you see how he's talking about corruption. Now he is really a writer that writes story that is more of the masculine side, because it's the roughness of the storyline, even though he typically has female characters as the main characters in his stories. But this one, you can see how he talks about corruption and things that happen, police, politics, the whole nine, and that fear factor that he writes in his story. I was in it. I was like, what? All I'm thinking is, Marlon, you didn't get the memo. It's supposed to be a short story. Don't roll us in like this, and then, you know, end it where I'm like, what the rest of it? You know, so, which is something you really want in a short story. Now I am at Now Roll It, and this is Leonie Ross, and y'all know, and she talked about Mona, which is another interesting tale. My uncle taught Mona for a minute, Mona High. He was a teacher there for actually quite some years. And then I still have a couple more in here. It's supposed to be 11 story total. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue this, but let me go fix some food, and then let me show you guys my lettuce. It looked wild, guys. With a lot of rain, and then it's hot, and then it's not, but yeah, but nevertheless it's organic lettuce. So let me show you guys. Alright guys, so this is my lettuce situation. Yeah, they looking wild. And of course some peppers. I have some peppers in the front. And this is my kale, guys. Look how beautiful my kale is. Oh, my kale is going crazy already. Oh my god, this was, I couldn't believe how quickly this was going, but like I said, it's a lot of rain happening and the weather, so I think it might like it. But my lettuce just looked like some wild situation over here. The romaine, it just, oh my god. But nevertheless, I get to eat it. So yeah, so we have right now. Okay guys, so I'm making smoothie. So I have watermelon, papaya, and kiwi, and a little drop of lemon. So yeah. Alright guys, I just read 2 more stories. So I read One Girl Halfway Tree concert, and the one before that is by Marcia Douglas, and the other one before that by Leon Ross, which is Rolling It. This part 2 of the book seemed like it's more on the magical realism, but then it has this like metaphor, because Marlon James' story is in part 2 as well, and there's a theme. Can't really tell you because it's a short story. There's a theme that I noticed, and it was interesting. What I would say is the Marcia Douglas one, she, you know, very nostalgic with the halfway tree location, and the whole the woman who basically waiting, and while she's waiting there's all these people speculating why she's waiting. They all looked at her as a crazy woman. I thought that story was interesting, and the tale of the location and the story behind the location of where she's standing, thought that was very clever. So right now I have what do I have, like 60 something pages to go, so I'm going to pack it up and go inside because yeah, the mosquito is coming out and I don't feel like lighting these tikis. Like I haven't even taken the plastic off yet because I need to put some fuel in it and light it. But yeah, so anyway, so I'm gonna end this video here. So the first one's still gonna be short, but you know, I'm about to finish this tonight. I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight, and I am going to pick up probably a romance, but I also want to pick up the one-eyed sister, the one-armed sister will sweep the house. Yeah, I know I'm messing up the title. Thinking I'm gonna get that as well, but so I'm talking about, yeah, Mother Nature is out here doing the most. So yeah guys, so yeah, day one, and I need to edit this, so it'll be up by tomorrow. Yay. So yeah guys, I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this. This is really good. So yeah, and see you in the next video, which will be on Saturday. Yeah, bye guys.